Yo, what's up? You made it to episode 29 of Meelypops, where we dive into the current state of the wax market in 2021 and a little bit of oversaturation in retail and hobby for all the sports. Let's get into it and see what that means for me, for you, and for the hobby as a whole. What's up, everyone out there in the interworld? You've made it to episode 29 of Meelypops. Whether you are a Instagram user, a Facebook user, a YouTube user, Twitter, TikTok, podcaster, whatever, you found a good spot to land where we can talk a little bit about the sports card world. My name is Jameel Muhammad. I am the owner of the Meelypops Shop here in Gainesville, Florida. We are part of the SlabStox Network, and you have made it to episode 29. Would love to chat a little bit today about the current wax market, new product saturation, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. Hey guys and gals, I have been working with my team and editors to bring you something very special, which is the documentation of a purchase that I was part of last week in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I want to show you the trailer for it. I would love for you guys to check out our Card Shop show. That's what it's called, the Card Shop show on YouTube. We are premiering a massive episode this Friday, April, I think it's the 15th. No, I'm sorry, April 16th. Yep, April 16th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come to our watch party. I'm just going to step away and just show you the trailer. Hello?
Jameel, what's going on? It's Jacob.
Jacob, what's up, dude?
I found the biggest find.
Of what? Like you found a box of 86, 87 for your basketball? Like, what are you talking about?
This bull's out of the cooler.
No. What are you? You're just joking with me.
I found the sealed case.
There it is, baby. That is our Card Shop Show Episode 5 trailer for what I consider to be one of the biggest finds that I may ever be a part of in my life as a card shop owner. And I'll just leave it at that. Let that trailer be what excites you. I don't nothing else for me to say. Check it out on Friday. We'll have a watch party, and we'll have it up. We might have to break it into two parts. We're not sure yet. I'm still finishing the video right now with the team, but it's going to be pretty cool. Talked to Aaron about it. He said, yeah, show your trailer for this episode. So there it is. All right, let's get into this episode. As I am looking currently at the state of the hobby wax and even retail wax market with new products. And I think it's important for everybody to kind of understand. I mean, there's so much going on in the hobby. There's so many new things at play. There are also additional issues that people are seeing with grading and where to grade kind of being stuck. And then we have, I think, what is a saturation, not really scheduled to be this way, but because of COVID, of products in general. So let me break it down for you in the way I see it as a shop owner and how I've been watching the products. So for basketball, let's just bring that in the picture because that's really the biggest element. Basketball, we had the biggest release of the year. You know, I think you could argue that maybe versus National Treasures in 2 weeks ago with Prism Basketball, right? And so it was released about 4 months later than it normally is. And because of COVID and what happened with Prism, it got pushed all of basketball last year, 1920, into 2021. Everything's been pushed back. So we have Prism released a lot later. And in addition, there's Prism. I think we have Origins coming out this week. And there will be other basketball that's going to be kind of filtering in. but it's just kind of interesting to think about where basketball should be versus where it is today. And where it is today is obviously not the time that it normally is. So we have basketball, big releases, lots of releases, on top of football with not just one release, but football's in the normal time frame, but not the normal releases of football for 2020, but also the 2021 releases starting to filter in now with Leaf and Sage hitting the market. So we have the 2021 football. We have the culmination, I think, of the big brand Select football just came out. Massive, massive release this past week. We have National Treasures football that's coming out this Wednesday, which of course is the quintessential rookie patch autograph card for value assessment. Herbert cards, who knows what those will end out as? You know, the true RPAs at 9 out of 99. My guess is around 22 to 25,000. I know that sounds crazy, but these boxes are selling for 4,500 a box, upwards of 17,000 a case. So NT football, hear me out, is paralleling Zion and Ja NT basketball from last year. That is crazy. Think about that. $20,000 cases paralleling each other in football and basketball. I never thought I would see that day where those two worlds are now paralleling. So that's out on Wednesday. Massive release. Select just came out. We literally have Select and NT football 1 week away from each other. So think about that for a second. Those are two incredible releases on top of Select, which just came out, which is continuing to rise and people are just eating it up. We're going to have a retail option of Select and a hybrid option of Select, which is not normal in years past. So we have all of that Select kind of being filtered in. National Treasures football and 2021 product on the horizon for Panini and already being released by Leaf and Panini. Leaf and Sage. Sage coming out last week and Leaf coming out this week. So something to just really consider is football, mega releases, tons of different cards. On top of that, 2020 Select and then NT this week. Just going back and I'm looking here at just some of these dates for the last kind of week and a half, what we've been seeing. I didn't even talk about baseball yet because if you think about baseball, we had Inception in the middle of March about a month ago. Bowman First Edition came out, I think, that same week. Opening Day Baseball came out. You have the Heritage Baseball coming out. Leaf Lumber Baseball, which a lot of people like. Definitive Baseball coming out about 2 weeks ago, which was a huge hit, right? People loved Heritage Definitive Baseball, sorry. And then we had Tribute Baseball this past week, which is another big release. And just going in football, I didn't even mention Contenders Optic football from Friday. So Contenders Optic Select NT, going back to baseball. Sorry if you can't follow this. This is just how I feel. We have Bowman coming out in 2 weeks. So just a ton of baseball products for the 2021 season. A lot of hype around a lot of players. Looking forward to a lot of things coming out of that. You know, Definitive and Tribute to me are more mid, and then Definitive being a high-end brand for baseball being released very early is very, unique to kind of think about. That's following suit with baseball. So you have baseball opening, football just mega releases, basketball being delayed. So these releases are coming out. And I haven't even talked about two things that I think are really important in that hockey has had a ton of releases that have kind of gone under the radar with Black Diamond just coming out, SP Game U's coming up, Series 2 not coming out too long ago. And then soccer, let's think about soccer for a second. We have not seen these amounts of releases in soccer in a long time. Obsidian Soccer coming out this week. So this, EPL Prism being the last one, but EPL Prism and now Obsidian Soccer, a lot of different brands in soccer making their way. And as you guys know, soccer has picked up. Very hot product. MLS Soccer coming out next week. And then I would call it alternative brands or alternative sports. Formula One Chrome Racing coming out next week as well. So on top of all of those things, you have even kind of this fringe new sport of cards with Dynasty Formula One doing awesome. Now the Chrome element comes out. Refractors, parallels, Lewis Hamilton, all the hype that is there. So I'm bringing all of this up, and I'm sorry if it sounds like an avalanche of cards, but I want us to kind of take a step back and realize where we're at. There's two ways to look at this, and I think the traditional mindset would be, oh no, lots of releases, it's too much, flooding the hobby. But look at Select and Contenders Optic last week in football, for example. It's only gone up. NT prices, I think, are going to skyrocket, so maybe that's an indication of football. Basketball Prism has trended down a little bit, and my prediction was correct a couple weeks ago, saying that I think all other basketball brands prior to NBA Prism would drop. I know a lot of you in the comments were kind of on each side of that. Some people would say that's common knowledge. Some people were saying I was absolutely wrong, that it would follow football, which wasn't true. But just thinking about basketball from a standpoint of where we're at, I think the hype of the basketball class, Wiseman getting injured last week, Edwards kind of taking the throne, LaMelo being out, of course. Basketball is a very weird place right now. We'll see what happens with the rest of the 2021 releases. I kind of tend to think that Prism is kind of solidified there around that $1,800 to $2,000 price range. I think it will go up eventually until we get to, I think it's still going to go up. You're going to see the retail influx, right? We talked about select football. We're going to see the influx of retail NBA Prism basketball hitting the shelves now. So it's going to be kind of an interesting take to watch, see how it pans out, and see where that value assessment comes comparatively to football, soccer, and baseball. Maybe this will be one of those years where we see the rise of those sports and basketball become a little bit of a lesser. I don't know, something to think about. So a lot of releases. I think it's a great buying market. I think that you're going to see a ton of stuff on eBay. So if you are somebody out there who says, I enjoy cards and cards have been super expensive for a long time, I don't want to buy cards anymore, it's just too high. I think right now is one of the best times to buy because, hear me out, you not only have the influx of wax with people ripping a ton of stuff, but you also have the influx of graded cards that are going to be coming back from PSA. Guys, I don't know if you're paying attention. PSA shut their doors, so we're not taking anything else. My last episode, 28, we talked about that. But I don't know if you've been listening or watching. Tons and tons and tons of orders are getting completed at PSA. So that's a good thing. You're getting your cards back, but it's a bad thing for the saturation of those slabs that do, sell for $25 to maybe $300 mainline rookies, retail brand rookies. I think those prices are going to dip even more so. It'll be interesting to watch. If you are a buyer, go hit the market. I think in these next 3 months, a great time to buy. We'll see that also as well with the new brand stuff. If you're trying to buy the new stuff that came out graded, that's going to be kind of hard because you can't really grade it. I think we'll see an emergence of some of these other grading brands, grading companies. But yeah, just a very wild time. A lot of saturation in the market. It is what it is. We can't just say stop it. We can't just say no more because there is a demand for it. And as a shop owner, I'm watching it and seeing it left and right. People are demanding product right now. So you could say that it's overrun or we're looking like the 90s, but I would say that demand is there and the value point, the value assessment for some of these cards is definitely there. Very interesting to see this 2020, 2021 football classes. I think you got a lot of stuff. The Select brand being a massive brand because you now have the XRCs in there for next year, in addition to the 2020 rookie class that's really just seeing a huge hype. A lot of hype, just and mainly so because of the performance of these players. So pay attention, my friends. Be keen. Don't complain. Use the market and use your knowledge to advantage. I say that to everybody. I think that's a key point to where you're at, specifically in cards. If you're just learning, pay attention. Follow these trends. We are in a weird year because of COVID, and I'm interested to kind of see how it pans out. So I went over all those releases, got a ton of stuff. There's still even more to come out, but it'll be fun this week, especially seeing National Treasures football on Wednesday, Obsidian Soccer on Friday, and also we have 2021 Leaf Blasters, and I'm missing a one. It is the Wednesday release. Hold on. It is Origins Basketball. I'm so sorry. So many different things on my mind. So a lot of fun this week. Enjoy your rips if you're a ripper or if you're a flipper, whatever. Enjoy seeing what comes out. Prism is still strong with basketball. I'm starting to see a lot more golds and black golds and things appear. And have fun out there. If you don't know, we have a breaks channel. You can hang out with us, Meelypops Breaks, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Or you can find some other people. But just know the hobby is strong, really awesome. And that is it for Meelystox episode 29. I'll see you guys next time.